to introduce yourself.
Hello?
I am Queen Aurelina of Helios. Last week, a noblewoman from my court was murdered inside the palace walls. No one saw anything. No one speaks. I fear someone close to me is hiding the truth. You were summoned because of what you are, an oracle. Though you are blind, your reputation and abilities speak for themselves. You don't need sight to perceive what others overlook. You can hear what others can't. Emotions, lies, even intentions. I need your help to uncover what truly happened. Speak to my court, to my people. Question them. Listen closely. Find out who the killer is, and return to me once you've uncovered the truth. Greetings, Oracle. I trust your journey here was uneventful.
There is someone here.
Hello?
You must be the Oracle. I am Chancellor Ivenna, advisor to Her Majesty Queen Aurelina, and steward of Helios's affairs. I imagine you've heard of me already. Now then, what brings you here?
The Queen summoned me because someone died recently. Do you know anything about that?
Her name was Lady Ceres, wife of Lord Edrin. Yes, a tragedy. Though not entirely unexpected, she had a talent for placing herself in precarious positions and more enemies than allies, if we're being honest. Still, even a fallen pawn can cause a stir if it topples at the right moment. If you're hoping her death carries some deeper meaning, you're probably wrong.
So, do you know anything about Lord Edrin?
Lord Edrin? Of course, he's distraught, naturally, though I must say his grief seems rather performative, almost theatrical, wouldn't you agree? But then, some men find solace in the spectacle of sorrow.
Okay, do you know anything else about the Lady Ceres?
Lady Ceres. And must we rehash this tedious subject? What more is there to know? She is dead. Focus on finding who is responsible instead of indulging in idle gossip. Unless, of course, you prefer speculation to actual investigation.
Now's the time to break the silence.
Hello?
You must be the Oracle. I am Lord Edran, advisor to Queen Aurelina and husband of the late Lady Ceres. This tragedy has shaken us all. Ceres did not deserve such an end. If you seek answers, I will do my best to help you, though I doubt any of us truly understand what happened.
Can you tell me more about the day she died?
I wasn't even in Helios that night. I'd been sent out on court business. When I returned the next morning, it was already too late. They found her in her chambers, a dagger in her heart. No signs of a struggle, no forced entry. Just her, lying there as if asleep. The blade had a rose engraved into the hilt, delicate, deliberate. Kael was on duty outside her door that night. He says very little about it, but I don't hold blame. None of us expected that.
Do you know where I can find this Kael?
I do not. I'm afraid my mind is preoccupied with other matters. Ceres's death has left a void in this court, a silence that is deafening. Perhaps the Queen's advisors would know more about this scale you seek, or the royal archivist. I find myself unable to focus on such details at present.
No, I said, do you know where is Captain Kell?
Captain Kale? He's usually near the Queen's chambers or the training grounds. Why do you ask? Is there something I should know? This tension is unbearable. Every shadow seems to whisper accusations. Please, if there's something you've discovered, share it. This uncertainty is a torment.
You may want to introduce yourself.
Hello? Who are you?
Captain Kyle, I serve the Royal Guard of Helios. 2 decades in armour, long enough to know when to speak and when to stay silent. I don't play politics. My duty is to protect the crown, nothing more, nothing less. If you're here for gossip, look elsewhere. But if it's truth you want, ask the right questions.
I want to know exactly what happened the night Lady Ceres died.
I was stationed outside her chamber that night. Routine duty. Nothing seemed unusual. Quiet halls, no visitors logged. She asked not to be disturbed, and I followed orders. Hours passed. At dawn, when she didn't respond, I entered the room. She was already gone. The blade was still in her chest, rose engraved on the hilt. Clean, precise, no signs of struggle. I reported it immediately. That's all I know, and I've said it the same way every time.
There is someone here.
Hello?
Guard Renna at your service. I'm part of the Queen's detail, assigned under Captain Kale. I may be the youngest on the floor, but I know my post and I hold it. I don't speak unless there's something worth saying, and I watch what others miss. People tend to underestimate silence. It's louder than you think. If there's something you're looking for, I can help. If I believe you're asking for the right reasons.
I just talked to Captain Kell and he told me that Lady Ceres was killed with a dagger. Do you know anything about that?
Lady Ceres. She was found in her chambers. A ceremonial dagger, they said. Rose crest on the hilt. It was Captain Kale's post that night. I don't understand how he could have missed it.
He told me he did see no one. Why?
He said that, but I saw someone leaving her room just before the alarm.
How come you saw someone leaving her room and you didn't say anything before?
I wasn't supposed to be there, near the east wing, but something felt wrong. And then I saw them, leaving. But they moved like they belonged there, like they knew exactly where to go. I was scared. I still am. And Captain KL, he told us to speak to no one but him. Queen's safety, he said. It depended on silence. But now I don't know what to think.
So, is there anyone else I can speak to have more information?
Thalos, our commanding officer, he trusts the system, doesn't ask questions.
You're not alone.
Hello? Hello? Hello.
I'm Guard Thalos. I serve under Captain Kale in the Royal Guard. Been stationed here for a few years now, mostly quiet posts, nothing like this. I follow orders, keep my head down and do the job. That's what we're trained for. But lately, things haven't felt right. This court used to feel secure. Now, there's tension in the walls.
Do you know anything about the Queen?
Queen Aurelina. She's been holding up remarkably well given the circumstances. Composed, as always. A true leader. Though it's hard to know what anyone's truly thinking behind palace walls.
She called me because she wanted me to uncover who is the killer. Can you help me? I want to find the killer.
So does every guard in this castle. The ceremonial dagger. Rose crest. Remember that. It's the key.
So you think that the rose crest in the dagger has a meaning?
They say it was a dagger. Short blade, fine edge with a rose engraved on the hilt. Not standard issue. Nothing like what we're given. Whoever used it, they wanted it to be seen. A message maybe, or a signature. But no one leaves something that personal behind unless they want you chasing the wrong trail, or unless they don't care if they're caught.
Can you tell me everything that happened the night Lady Ceres died?
Lady Ceres was found in her bedchambers. No signs of forced entry. Death was instant. A single stab wound to the heart. She was asleep when it happened. The murder weapon, a ceremonial dagger with a rose crest, was found beside her.
Someone's nearby.
Hello?
Oh, hello there. New face, aren't you? I'm Virilith, the baker here in the village. Fresh loaves come out just after sunrise. Still warm if you're quick. Got honey oat, spiced rye, and if you're lucky, a bit of walnut bread left over. Folks say it's the best on this side of the valley, though I won't argue. If you're hungry, I'll get you sorted. And if you're looking for more than bread, well, I've got stories too.
I am the Oracle. I just came back from the castle. The Queen asked me to look into the murder of Lady Ceres.
I used to work at this castle, about 10 years back. Head baker then, not just some flower-covered village hand. My last commission up there was Lady Ceres's wedding. Grand affair. Cold smiles and more wine than sense. I remember every detail. The cake alone took 3 days. That was before I got reassigned. Politics, they said. Now I bake for villagers. Still, bread is bread. And some memories rise, whether you feed them or not.
Do you know anything else about Lady Ceres?
Lady Ceres. She was a quiet one, like a sparrow in a gilded cage. I saw her a few times after the wedding, when she'd visit the village. Always polite, always proper, but there was a shadow in her eyes. She wore her sadness like a second gown. Always pressed and perfect, but heavy at the seams. You learn a lot watching from a kitchen door. Emblems, footsteps, silences. People leave traces when they think no one's looking. And Lady Ceres, she left a trace of sorrow.
introduce yourself?
Hello.
My name is Torren. I run the forge here. Shoes for horses, hinges for doors, blades if you've got coins, been working steel since I could stand up. If you need something built right and honest, I'm your man. Just don't waste my time.
I have been tasked to look into Lady Ceres' murder. The castle, the guards, they told me that she was found dead with a dagger.
That dagger, I forged it. Sold it to a woman in a red cape. Didn't say much, just paid well.
Do you know anything about the rose that you graved on the dagger? The rose.
Rules? Engravings? I forge metal, not stories. Woman wanted a rose crest, House Adran. That's all I know. Paid me to make it, not to explain it.
Can you please explain a bit more about the rose and House Adran?
Edran, noble house, rose is their crest, means something to them, not to me. I work the forge, not the history books.
And do you know anything more about the woman in the red cape? Please.
Red cape, coin in hand, few words spoken. That's the sum of it. Didn't ask questions, wasn't my place. I make the tools, others use them. Not my concern how.
Did you heard anything else since the murder? In the village?
If you want gossip, go see Mira, the fruit seller by the fountain. Sharper ears than my hammer and a tongue twice as loose.
Okay, thank you.
Aye.
Now's the time to break the silence.
Hello.
Oh, hello there. Don't mind the mess. I just got a fresh crate of pears, and they're rolling everywhere. I'm Mira. I sell fruit here in the square. Apples, berries, whatever's ripe and not too bruised. People think I just sell food, but you'd be amazed what you hear when folks think you're not listening. Names, whispers, secrets carried in baskets. You'd be surprised what fruit sellers notice.
I just came back from the smith shop and the guy told me that he sold the dagger to a woman in a red cape. Do you know anything about that? He told me you might know.
You know, I saw a woman not long ago. She came right from the smith shop and passed by my fruit stand. I saw her. Hard to miss, really. She was wearing a red cape, velvet, the deep kind that catches the light when it moves. Couldn't see her face, but everything about her said noble. The jewelry, the way she walked, like she owned the street. Definitely not from around here. Too polished, too clean. I was packing up my stall, and she didn't even glance at the apples. She met a guard by the tavern door, just standing there like he was waiting for her. Then they both went inside. Quiet, quick. Rich folk always think they're invisible when they move like shadows.
Do you know anything else about her?
It's odd, isn't it? A noble woman at the tavern. Not the kind of place they usually visit, especially not dressed like that. It was late, too. Most folks were already home, but I always stay late to pack up. And the guard, he looked familiar, but I can't place him. It's like trying to catch smoke. The memory's there, but it keeps slipping away. Oh dear. I hope I'm not involved in something dangerous. I'm just a fruit seller.
No, don't worry. I am the Oracle. The Queen asked me to look into the murder of Lady Ceres. Now, can you tell me more about her red cape? Maybe it's important, like the color. I don't know.
the Oracle! Oh my! Of course I should have known. It's Lady Ceres, then? Murdered? That poor woman. She was always so kind when she bought plums. The cape? Yes, it was a deep, rich red. Wine red, like Lady Ivena's family color. And it had gold trim, very fine. It shimmered even in the dim light of the tavern's doorway. It was velvet, heavy velvet, not something you'd wear on a warm night unless you were trying to hide something. Or someone underneath it. It was odd, like she wanted to be seen, but not recognized. Does that make any sense?
So you're telling me that red is the color of Lady Ivena's family?
Yes, wine red. It's their signature color. Everyone knows it. They use it for everything. Livery, banners, even the ribbons in their daughter's hair. It's a statement, you could say. A way of saying, we are the Ivanas, and we are here. So seeing that color on someone sneaking into a tavern, well, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? It's like wearing a banner and a mask at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering about. It seems a bit odd. Do you know anything else about Lady Ivana?
Lady Ivana? Oh, she's striking, elegant, always perfectly composed. Men practically fall at her feet, but she never seems to notice or care. She's like a beautiful statue. You admire her, but you don't expect her to talk back. At least that's what I always thought. Now I'm not so sure. There's something sharp behind those eyes, you know? Like she sees more than she lets on. I bet she could tell you the price of every apple in my stall without even looking. And she'd probably know which ones had a bruise just by the way the light hits them. She's observant. That's the word. Quietly observant.
You're not alone. There is someone here.
Hello?
Hey there. Name's Lenner. I run this tavern. If you're thirsty, I've got drinks. If you're nosy, I've probably heard something worth repeating. People talk a lot more than they think once they've had a pint or two, and I'm always here to catch the parts they don't mean to say. Comes with the job, I guess.
Yeah, hello, Lena. I just spoke with Mira, the fruit seller, and she told me she saw someone suspicious drop by the tavern lately. Do you know anything about that?
Mira, eh? Sharp eyes, that one. Suspicious, you say? Well, depends on what you consider suspicious. We get all sorts here. A royal guard comes in now, and then. Quiet type. Doesn't make trouble, just orders ale, keeps to himself. You can always tell when a man's holding something heavier than his sword, though. Is that what she meant?
Yeah, do you know anything else about that guard?
That poor guard, always moon-eyed for someone he shouldn't love. Came in here after shifts, talking to his mug like it was going to answer him. Never said her name, but he didn't have to. Loyal to a fault. Would have died for the court, but lived for her. Spoke in half sentences. Conflicted, torn up inside. Sweet on someone who barely saw him, if at all. Sad thing is, I think he knew it.
Yeah, and Mira told me something about a red cape woman. Do you know anything else about a red cape woman?
A red cape, you say? Now that you mention it, yeah. I saw her. Red velvet, rich fabric, wrong place. She wasn't here for a drink. Met with the guard, gave him something. Small, sharp, sheathed. Didn't think much of it at the time, but now, with all this talk of suspicion, makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does make me wonder. Thank you so much, Lena.
Anything for a friendly face. And if you hear anything interesting yourself, you know where to find me. This tavern's seen more secrets than the palace walls, and old Leonard's ears are always open.
You may want to introduce yourself.
Hello again.
Well met again. Back for more bread, or perhaps a story to go with it. The oven's still warm, and I've always got a tale or two rising.
Yes, I just talked to Lena in the tavern, and he told me something about a guard who was in love with someone. Do you know anything about that?
Ah, learner. She has an ear for whispers, that one. If she spoke of a guard in love, well, it likely involves Captain Kale. He stops by the bakery often, always ordering the same sweet pastries. Says they're not for him, but for someone special. Untouchable, he once called her. A woman of the court, far above his station. He spoke of her with a strange mix of longing and certainty, as if the distance between them didn't matter. Foolish, maybe, but there was something in his eyes. Not just love, something heavier. Now, I don't pry into hearts, mind you, but flour and secrets both have a way of sticking to your fingers.
Now's the time to break the silence.
Hello?
Oh, hello. It's a relief to talk to someone. I need to tell the truth about what happened to Lady Saris.
Yes, with pleasure.
The night Lady Saris died, I saw someone leaving her rooms. Just before the alarm, I didn't say anything. I was afraid.
I mean, you mentioned to me before, but you didn't really go deep into that subject. Can you describe it more?
I wasn't assigned to that corridor. I was checking the outer posts, just a routine patrol. But I heard something. A footstep, out of place. It drew me closer to Lady Saris's door, and that's when I saw a figure leaving her room. They moved with a strange confidence, like they belonged there. It was unsettling.
Okay, but where was Captain Kill at that moment?
It was Captain Kale. I saw him leaving Lady Saris's room. I couldn't believe it, so I followed him. He went straight to Chancellor Avena's chambers, late at night. It was strange. They spoke briefly, and I saw him give her something. I don't know what it was, but why would he go to her? Why would he be in Lady Saris's rooms in the first place? I don't understand.
Hello again.
It's not easy to talk about, but I need to say it. I killed Lady Saris.
I mean, yeah, I kind of suspected that. Everyone in the town told me that you were very suspicious, and I just heard that you went to see Lady Ivana right after. What happened? Why did you kill her?
Ivana, she gave me the dagger, told me Saris was a threat, that she had to be silenced. It was late. Saris was asleep in her chambers. I stabbed her, the dagger, right in her heart.
But why did you do that for her? I don't understand. You killed someone.
I loved her, Ivana. She asked me, and I couldn't say no. It's not an excuse, I know that. Gods, I know, but it's the truth.
Someone's nearby.
I found who is the killer.
Who? Tell me. It couldn't have been me. God, Seri, this guilt is consuming me. I swear on all that is holy, I wouldn't.
Captain Kell confessed that he killed your wife. Do you know anything about why he did that?
Captain Kale, why? There has to be more to it. Perhaps it involves Ivenna. We were lovers. For 10 years, we kept it hidden. Ivenna, she loved me. Perhaps she orchestrated this? Is that possible? Gods, the thought is unbearable. Is this my fault? My sin come to claim its price?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Probably. This isn't some game of chance. A woman is dead. My wife and Ceres, and now this implication. I hardly know what to think, what to do. Perhaps I should speak to her. Ivenna, I mean. This has to be some kind of terrible misunderstanding.
There is someone here.
Hello?
So, the Oracle's whispers have reached the royal court, I presume. I suppose these theatrics in the village were meant to impress me. Let's not waste time with pleasantries. I assume you believe you've uncovered something of import.
Yes, exactly. I just came back from the village and they told me everything. You're a very, very bad woman.
How tiresome. Villagers. Such limited imaginations. I'm sure their truth is as dull and predictable as their lives. Do try to be more specific if you wish to hold my attention.
Captain Kell just confessed he killed Lady Ceres for you.
Love? Such a pedestrian term. Let's just say Lady Ceres occupied a position I felt belonged to me. And, as you so astutely observed, certain adjustments needed to be made.
I mean, even Lord Adrian told me you were having an affair with him for 10 years. So, even before they were married with Lady Ceres.
That spineless fool. He brought me pastries, yes. A pathetic attempt to earn my favour. As for Lord Edrin, some attachments linger longer than they should. Such is life. But don't mistake sentiment for weakness. Kael's confession changes nothing. I am far too valuable to the Queen to be discarded over a dead noblewoman, no matter how tragic the circumstances.
Well, my job was to find who is responsible for her, so now I will speak to the Queen.
The tavern? Such a crude accusation. I frequent no taverns. If you intend to approach the Queen with such flimsy tales, I suggest you refine your narrative. Her Majesty has little patience for unsubstantiated gossip.
Now's the time to break the silence.
Hello.
Oracle, the court awaits your findings. Speak plainly. Who is responsible for Lady Ceres's death?
I found everything. Captain Kell killed Lady Ceres and Lady Ivenna asked him to do it.